Hey guys, today I'm showing you a tutorial on how to make music like I do, some of the hardest tracks known to man. So first you want to find a good beat, so you just look up a as fucking crazy as I can't believe my eyes beat, right? And no, the issue is I've used most of these beats already. Okay. You know, you kinda gotta feel it. You gotta feel it in your bones, and I can feel this in my bones. So you just add 5S after YouTube, and boom, you're taken to the website I use to download all my beats. Then you wanna wait for it to download, and while you're waiting, you wanna load up Audacity, which is what I use to record. Now I'm just gonna bring that to my second monitor, so I can go to my files. And now that I have my files open, I just add a new track. Now, the thing is, I use my Voicemeeter input for the actual tracks. Right now, I'm using my main input, which is just my mic. If you want to hear the difference, this is me talking with my main input, and this is me talking with my Voicemeeter input. The reason I like to use my main input is usually I play games. Whenever I record like me playing shit, and this has a really bad delay, so like I'm gonna click really loud and you can hear the delay. So that's when I usually use my normal, but it just makes my voice sound a lot better, so when I'm recording on Audacity, I can do that. And what I do, let's say I just record something. Bruh. It's not gonna line up, so I have to delete a little bit of it to make it line up, but that's really the only inconvenience, so I just use that. Now, to start off, we want to get some yas and a's in there. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. These hi-hats are hurting my ears, yeah. Uh-huh. And now that you've done that, you want to start with verse 1, which I don't write lyrics. I make them up on the spot. Now I'm writing the song about my plush bean, so I'm just gonna do some stuff and then I'll be right back. So now that I've recorded verse 1, I'm gonna start just playing video games until I get some, till I just feel like recording verse 2. So now that you realize you suck, you can get back to recording. Now, since the first verse was kind of like this, it wasn't fast, it was kind of flowy. I'm going to do a verse that was fast. And then one of my songs actually sped up one of my verses, and it's very obvious, and I hate listening to it now. But I'm just going to try my hardest doing this. Legit, bruh. So I just finished the second line, and something I've been noticing is there's been a real lack of talking about bean. So now I'm going to do the chorus, except there's a weird thing you have to do for the chorus. Now, I know this might sound crazy. I have to write the chorus. Bum, bum, bum. Now, since I'm going to be repeating it, I want to write it so I can have the words exact. I don't want to make up stuff on the spot. So, I guess I'll just start work on it. Okay, so if you were looking at the clock, you can tell it's been a few hours. But I have gained my creative juices back and they're flowing again. So now I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do it easily. I can't understand a word you say. I'm tone deaf. Now that I've wrote a corny ass chorus, I can now sing it. Ha ha ha. So now that I'm done with the chorus, I can go back to writing a verse. So I'm gonna write a verse, slap the chorus back in there, record another verse, and then there the end. I'm aiming for like a minute 30, which it's just, even if I just copy and paste the chorus again, I think I could reach a minute 30. Yep. So I mean, these verses don't really have to be anything crazy. I can kind of just spitball here. So I'm thinking about doing something with corridor, and then quarter. It's weird. I know it's weird. Bor Nana, orange type Eminem deal, but I'll try and make it work. So I recorded another verse, and I forgot to record me doing this. So this is kind of a new thing that I haven't done before. A third track. Wow, I've actually used a third track before, but what I did was I just copied and pasted the chorus, with a little bit of stuff at the end, classic little. That was lit as hell, classic me ending. And if we solo this, actually, the third track is just me going, Being is a god. It's just me going, Being is a god, while getting progressively hyped up, if you listen right here. Being is a god, yo. And basically, that's all it was. I made it a lot quieter than everything else, so it's kind of in the background, and I added a lot of reverb, so it's kind of like, it just adds a little spice. Instead of just me going, Being is a god, it's like, Being is a god, or something like that. I don't really know, but you get the idea. So, in all, this is the end of the song, and now I just gotta go, I recorded another verse. I have gained my creative juices. Kind of a new thing that I haven't done. I just copied and pasted a third track before. Now I just gotta. And then we have the song here, so I export it as an MP3. I always export it on my desktop, and I just name it some random stuff, and then I'll think of a title later. I've actually got the title. It's gonna be called Being is a God. But now I'm going to get on to one of my favorite parts of doing this, and that's making the cover for it. Now, the aspect ratio for each of my images are usually around 800, unless I'm taking the picture from my phone, because my phone has a really nice camera that takes pictures that are bigger than my fucking lifespan. So even with a 3000 by 3000 pixel image, it still tells me to expand the canvas. But no, I took this picture earlier today, about around kind of soon after I woke up, around 2 p.m. So I'm just going to take this picture and add some flair to it. See, I like this picture because it's very detailed. You can zoom in on each little part of bean. And then it also has the gradient going into the shadow, which I think is sick. Now, I don't like my hand being there, but I mean, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I could cut bean out, which would be really easy. I could just go. And you can see, boom, we have bean right there, but I don't like that. I like it better. It's just, the background being the background. Now, what we have here is we have an image. And I'm not really going to cut any of this down. I'm really just going to show you the process. So I already have an idea in mind, so I'm going to put some white. I'm going to put some white over Bean's eyes. And you'll see what I do here in a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glow. I'm just going to boop, boop, and I'll add some glow, and then I'll do a Gaussian blur, sure. What we get here is Bean with a very, very, I don't like that. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just get like a, circle. I'm going to get a circle, and I'm going to take this circle, and I'm going to color it in with white. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to move it over to this eye so they're exactly the same. I'm kind of just going to contort it so it covers the eye. So now that we have that, we can do the exact same effect. Photo, glow. This does matter in which order you do it. It's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy if we're being real here. It is kind of creepy. But it just adds to it. And oops. Wait. So I may have slightly messed up the background. As you can see, there's a little layer of non-existy, which is weird. You zoom into it and it just keeps getting it's weird. It's like a fractal. But I'm just gonna fix that by going I'm gonna copy this, then I'm gonna paste it on another layer and then move it up a bit. So it does look weird if you really zoom in on it, but like that. But nobody's gonna fucking notice that. I mean, you guys are, because you're watching the video and I've ruined it for you. You can actually do 2 Gaussian blurs. That makes it even more weird. And now I'm gonna do some text. Now I have there's a bunch of pre-done fonts, but there's also fonts that I have gotten before. And I think I'm going to use the Uni Sans Heavy Italic Caps. I like this font. This is a... No! Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. I wonder what I can ever do. Oh no. I feel like one of those ads you see on TikTok where it's like, "Oh no." You know the ones. You know the ones. So I'm going to add the little young Y in black. I'm going to do it in black. I'm going to do it in Y BNG NAS DAC. Now I am going to make that just a bit smaller. Actually, 48. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it and I'm just going to... And then I realize I accidentally copied the entire image, so I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to move it down here. Oh, dear God. Move it to this side, and I'm going to center it. Why do I keep finding these little, like, things that are just shouldn't be there? It's mad annoying. It's mad annoying, bro. And I'm gonna add... Now I'm gonna go with this, add new text layer, since the young NASDAQ can be on its own. I'm gonna choose the same font, and I'm gonna go around bigger, and I'm gonna write Bean is a god. Now, after I type that, I can kind of adjust the font to how I want it to be. This should be good. Bean is a god. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the magic wand, which just selects like any solid color or whatever it detects as one object, and then random stuff. I need to wash Bean. Look at this. Look at all these blue things. Oh, look at all these blue things. I'm gonna wash Bean after this video is over, or probably tomorrow. Now I'm gonna use the Bean color, and I'm gonna add a little gradient. I'm actually gonna use Bean color in like a cotton candy pink. Yeah, no. I'm actually just gonna do cotton candy. That's good. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it on another layer, paste it down a bit, and then remember the Gaussian blur tool. Oh, it adds a little. I'm gonna do that twice. It adds a little poof in the back. And also what we can do right here is we're gonna now this is not in normal paint.net. This is in completely different. This is plugins that I use, which I won't link in description because I don't know where I got them, but I'm just gonna add a shadow and I'm gonna add an outline to make sure the outline's black. It adds a lot more to it. And then you see the stuff in the back isn't really noticeable, but you know, I just do it because it adds a lot of flair. And the thing about the outline is it makes the letters a lot more, you know, just there, because it can be kind of weird looking if you don't use the outline. Like, this isn't a good example up here, but you can see before and after what's good, what isn't. And this seems about to be it. This is about it. So I'm gonna just go image and flatten, save, and save it as a cool ass motherfucking picture. Yes, with a U, because we're cool like that. And now what I do, I'll get to this later. Now I'm on my SoundCloud. And what I just do is I go to the upload tab and I just get whatever it is I need, and then I get the image, and then you just go through and name it. Bean is a god. Genre, I usually do rap because that's usually what it is. And then that's literally it. You can add tags, you can add a description, you can add captions, but we're cool like that. And then to upload it to YouTube, I use this website called tunes2tube.com. And all you got to do is you got to sign into your Google account, which I won't show. Now what you do is you do the exact same thing. You upload the file, and then you upload the image. You change the title. I usually put my name, and then I put the name of the song. And for the description, I usually do something random, just funny, like, haha, lol, I am so fucking funny, I killed my wife. That should be good. And then you just click create video. And once you click create video, it'll just, it will literally do everything. You don't have to go through YouTube or anything, and it'll just instantly give you the link. Now, if you do click on the link, usually it'll be processing. But it just does everything for you. It just does everything for you. You don't really have to put in any effort, and then boom, you just have it. Hold on, let me reload. It won't show up for a bit, but boom, that's how I do all my music stuff. And I'm glad you guys watched.
Put a finger down if you want to finger me. Put a finger down if you want to fuck me. Put a finger down if you can squirt. Put a finger down if you can queef in my face. And finally, put a finger down if